Today's video is titled Chronicles of the Armstrongs. History of the book. First video, origin of the book, December 22nd, 2024. There are more unanswered questions than those that we know the answer to regarding the history of this book. Let's start with what we do know. James Lewis Armstrong wrote the book. It's curious he identifies himself as the editor, indicating that he may have had someone take his notes and write the book, which he then edited for accuracy. One of the unanswered questions. James is buried in Brooklyn, New York, in the Greenwood Cemetery, born April 29, 1862, and died March 15, 1952. In 1882, at the age of 20, he undertook a trip around the world for his father's company located in London, which would indicate his father left New York and moved to London sometime prior to 1882. James took up medicine and was active in practice in 1897. It was estimated that he went to Scotland and Northern Ireland around 1898 through 1899, which means he took off work on this quest for knowledge about Clan Armstrong. That is a powerful desire to know and tell the story. Perhaps it was his father or grandfather that inspired him. There were news articles in Scottish papers about Johnny of Gilnockie in the 1800s, but no known books that he could have read, with the exception of the history of Liddesdale, which is rare, and the chances he had a copy or seen a copy would be remote. His parents are Edward and Rachel Armstrong, and this is verified by the 1865 census. In that census, it also shows his grandparents are James and Margaret, James being from Ireland, which in fact is Northern Ireland, County Fermanagh. In the 1900 census, James lived with his wife Elise née Hess, who was of German descent, in Brooklyn and was listed as a physician. In 1940, he was still in Brooklyn and was shown to have a private practice. Coffee break. So what drove this man to leave his home and go on this journey of discovery? Did he take his wife or any of his children? Did he know anyone there that he had been writing to? How long had he been doing this research? What had been passed down from his own family records? How did he come in contact with all the people listed in the book who are contributors from Scotland, Northern Ireland, America, and Canada? Many unanswered questions. Perhaps his membership in the Caledonian Medical Society and Caledonian Hospital in 1897 put him in contact with books and people he used as resources. Maybe this is where he learned of Robert Bruce Armstrong of Edinburgh, who would have acquainted him with the book History of Liddesdale and other documentation for the Chronicles story. All the questions surrounding Dr. James will need to be researched further through family members to get those questions answered. Now let's turn our attention to the book itself. It was published by Marion Press. This publisher was located in Jamaica, Queens, New York, which is in close proximity to Brooklyn, New York. In a book about Marion Press, it says that the Chronicles were made with handmade paper and boards. This lends credibility to the theory that a draft copy may have been made and presented to Dr. James for approval before 200 copies were produced. Thus, there may have been 201 books made. In our next video on the subject of the Chronicles, we'll delve into the book that we have here in the museum that we believe is that first draft edition. It came with 13 items in the book that lend credence to this theory. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and share with your family. Signing off from the Armstrong Micro Museum in Phoenix, Arizona.